Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of the 2018 Northwest Regional Tournament. Chris Stratton at Allegiance Field in Ogren Park, home of the Missoula Osprey Pioneer League baseball team. Very excited about this year's tournament as we get set to go. We have the plate talk between umpires and coaches. It's the Medford Mustangs hosting the Saela Pepsi Pack. So Oregon versus Washington in this first game of 2018. We've got the umpires and coaches at the plate doing their plate talk, and we're going to go ahead and jump into our starting lineups. The Pepsi Pack are the visiting team, and we'll go ahead and jump in with them. Leading off is number 2, Trace Townsend. He'll hold down second base. Number 5, Jack Vanderbrake, the shortstop, will bat second. Batting third will be Devin Garner, number 14. He is the shortstop. Batting fourth is number 10, Spencer Bailey, the left fielder. The designated hitter will bat fifth, number 7, Tanner Klein. Peyton Andrus, number 20, is the center fielder. He is batting sixth. Batting seventh is number 15, Carson Vick, the first baseman. The right fielder, Anthony Tatro, the number 6, will bat eighth. The number 21, Brady Hegelson, the third baseman, will round out the order. Now, and pitching is Riley Lublin, number 8. For the Medford Mustangs, number 6, Joe Johnson, the first baseman, will lead things off. Breen Watts, the second baseman, number 3, will bat second. Batting third will be Jacob Melton, number 25, the designated hitter. Number 27, Jack Thompson, the third baseman, bats fourth. Batting fifth is Justin Geyer. He is the catcher, number 20. Batting sixth is number 5, John Gassman. He is hanging out in right field. The center fielder will bat seventh, number 8, Wyatt Baptiste. Brady Buchanan, number 32, bats eighth. He'll hang out in left field. And the shortstop, Zach Ankeny, number 16, will bat ninth. It will be Ethan Whitney on the bump for the Pepsi Pack to lead things off. So we've got the stadium announcer firing up our stadium announcements, getting the boys on the field, and we are set to go for game number 1 on the tournament. It's been a long summer, folks. It's hard to believe that the boys of summer are preparing for their summer classic. And we'll have that starting off with that. The winner of this tournament will head to Carolina for the National Legion Baseball World Series. Last year it was Lewiston, Idaho. Lewiston Twins that represented the Northwest. Who will represent the Northwest this year? We'll find out here very shortly. And they're finishing up the introductions. We'll have the national anthem here in just a few moments. We'll step aside once that does start. All righty. They're going to recite the Legion code and have the anthem. So we'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have first pitch right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get set to go for first pitch. And we're going to have a ceremonial first pitch for today's game.
Miles served a 21-month-long tour in Iraq with the U.S. Army as a gunner aboard a Bradley fighting vehicle.
Let the PA announcer, Paul Yarbrough, introduce him.
In business administration from the University of Montana and is currently the bar manager at VFW Ole Beck Post 209. Miles, the strike zone is yours.
And there, the ceremonial first pitch is thrown out. We're ready to go here in Missoula, Montana. I know the Missoula Mavericks and the Missoula community are very excited about hosting this for the second year in a row. As we get ready to go, it is Ethan Whitney on the bump for Washington to start out the game. And Johnson, Watts, and Townsend, Vanderbrake, and Garner to lead things off. For Washington, it is Whitney on the bump for the Mustangs. I apologize, I got that backwards. But we're just about ready to go. Now, the Pepsi Pack were here last year. They played through very well. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. Cheyenne returning, as well as Medford. Juneau is back. Wapaya from Hawaii. The Missoula Mavericks, the host team, and the Billings Royals. Those are your tournament teams. And next game is at 1 o'clock, and it will be Mountain View Toros out of Idaho hosting Juneau Post 25, and that Juneau team is a special team. They were a lot of fun here last year. Very excited about having them back once again in the lineup on the tournament as we get set to go here at Allegiance Field, home of the Missoula Osprey Pioneer League baseball team. Folks, most interesting thing about this field, this team, the Missoula Osprey, is the fact that they are the only team in professional sports that their mascot lives in its natural environment within the stadium. You probably can't see it on the camera out there in center field, but there is a big old post out there by the light pole, or I mean by the light pole in right field, right behind the black wall. Well, that is a Osprey nest. So we are set to go here with our first pitch. Coleman. It's all right. So we're just about ready for first pitch. And it is on its way. Bunt laid down. First pitch is at 10:08. It's going to be an out at first on the bunt.
The shortstop, number 5, Jack Vanderbrink.
So 10:08 was our first pitch, and we go to Jack Vanderbrink, the shortstop. Townsend out at first, 1 down, as we are underway here at the Northwest Regional Tournament. Here's the next pitch by Whitney, and that's going to slide over the plate for strike 1. Our officials for today's game, in game 1, behind the plate will be Max Cannon, Eric Holden, Chris Aldinger, and Leo Curiel. Here's the pitch by Whitney, and it'll come inside to even us out at 1. So Eric is at first base, Chris is at second, and Leo is at third. And Leo is our UIC umpire-in-chief. Whitney now with the stretch on the 1-1. And this one's going to be hit up over the shortstop's head. The line drive will get a runner on for the Pepsi Pack with 1 out.
The catcher, number 14, Devin Garner.
So now we go to Devin Gardner, number 14, the catcher. So 1 on, 1 out. Runner at first. Here's Gardner's first pitch of the tournament. It's going to bounce out to the shortstop. He won't be able to put a glove on it. It's picked up, and no throw. That puts a runner at first and second off of the air. Unless they switch that over. Nope, they're going to consider that one a hit. So we'll go ahead and give Washington the hit. And with 1 out, that puts runners at first and second. Spencer Bailey, the left fielder, number 10, in the box, and Whitney wants his catcher to come out and converse with him. Quick conference as we get set back up behind the plate. Whitney now stares down the batter in Bailey. And here's Bailey's first pitch of the game. And we'll be at strike 1. So Ethan Whitney pitching from the mound for Medford. Medford managed by Paul White down the first third base line, calling balls and strikes as Whitney steps off the rubber. The stretch, and this was going to be foul backwards to get us to strike 2. Next game at 1 o'clock, that will be Juneau and Mountain View, Alaska against Idaho. Washington and Oregon right now. The pitch, and that one's inside to get us ball 1. First ball pitch by Whitney on the game here in the 4th batter. Tanner Klein in the on-deck circle with 1 out and runners at first and second. Whitney with a nod. And the pitch. And that'll get us even at 2. So 2-2 on the count. Runners at first and second, 1 out. And Whitney steps off the rubber. Looked like he was going to make the throw to second, but it brings the base runners back. And now Whitney will stretch. Pitch is going to come in and give us a full count at 3-2. Want to say hello to all the Pack and Mustang fans listening in on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. So glad we were able to bring this in so that you could, it's hard travel to make. Runners are going to go at second and third. This is going to bounce off the shoulder of the batter, and we'll have loaded bases with one out off the hit by pitch. That'll take us to the designated hitter, number 7, Tanner Klein. Whitney taking a deep breath. It's like coaches from the dugout are setting their boys where they want them to be. Klein, a left-handed batter, settles in. The pitch. Swung on, we'll have strike one. And Whitney has really pitched through. Yes, we are on the 5-hole batter, but he has been able to throw some strikes. Pitches have been sliding over the plate, except for that one will get us even at 1 on the count. Peyton Andreas in the on-deck circle. Loaded bases and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and we'll have strike 2. So 1-2 on the count to Klein. Designated hitter, loaded bases with 1 out. First game of the 2018 Northwest Regional Tournament. The pitch. And he'll ring up the batter for out number 2. That is our first strikeout of the game. Max Cannon giving us the strikeout call, and with 2 outs and loaded bases, we go to number 20, Peyton Andreas. He is the center fielder. So Andreas settles in with 2 outs and loaded bases. Ethan Whitney on the bump, trying to get out of the jam without any runs. Here's this one bounced out. Whitney will pick it up on the hop. The throw to first is on target, and that's the side. So Washington will put runs up, but they will put runners on base, but they get left there. We go to the bottom of the first, scoreless. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you checked out the Garden of Eden video of the week at MPSN406.com? Do you have a sweet video of your sports athlete? Did you experience a sports-altering moment or something at a sporting event that wowed the crowd? Go to our homepage at www.mpsn406.com and click on the Contact Us tab at the bottom of the homepage and email us the video. Yours just might go viral. NPSN.com, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network, joined by Coleman Caton, our camera operator for the season, has done a phenomenal job all year, and, well, he's going to get you some great shots here throughout the tournament. We go to the bottom of the first inning where Washington was not able to put any runs on the board, so it is now Medford's turn. Medford Mustangs. On the bump is Riley Lublin. For the Pepsi Pack. Our officials behind the plate, Max Cannon, he's a local boy from Missoula. Eric Holden. Holden is from Yakima. Chris Aldinger. He is Meridian, Idaho. And our third base umpire, Leo Curel, who is also the UIC, is from Las Vegas, Nevada. He's holding down third. And that is our umpire crew. Looking at our first game of the 2018 Northwest Regional Tournament, and it is now Oregon's turn to pitch, or to bat. And leading it off is Joe Johnson, the first baseman, number 6. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to be outside for ball 1 to Johnson. Breen Watts, Jacob Melton on the schedule as well. Here's the pitch. Outside we go to ball 2. Max Cannon, our plate umpire, he's a local boy that works with the Mount Sentinel Little League program. As we have our first pitch slide over the plate for strike 1. One of our Mount Sentinel teams making it into the regional. Swung on. This one is going to bounce into center field, and Medford will have their first hit of the game on the line drive to center field. That takes us to the second baseman, number 3, Breen Watts, with 1 on and no outs. But Max very involved with the community with the youth baseball. Love to see these guys. I mean, Brian Larson, who is retiring this year, he's also one of the infamous umpires, and we'll have Larson here as one of our local guys as well. But Larson involved with the community, with the kids. Just love to see him participate. The bunt laid down the first base line. First baseman will pick it up. He can't get it up, and the throw to first is not held onto, and the runner will reach. This time they will score it as an error, though, towards Washington. So reaching off the air is Watts. And we're going to go to Jacob Melton, the designated hitter. Runners at first and second with no outs now. Here's the pitch, and bunt showing. We'll have ball 1. So Medford going to work right away. Runners at first and second. Jack Thompson in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-0 by Loveland. Bunt showing down the third baseline foul. Will be even at 1. Allegiance Field at Ogren Park, home of the Missoula Osprey Pioneer League team, affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Have been here since 98, I believe, 98 or 99. This bunt is laid down the third base line. It'll be foul for strike 2. That one had a nice little kiss on the line, but Cannon saying foul. So everybody will reset at first and second with no outs and 0-2 on the count. 1-2, I apologize. For tonight's games, the 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock game, we will have audio stream only. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to be popped up into left field. It's got a good curve on it. Left fielder puts it in the glove. Runners will hold at first and second. And that's out number 1. That takes us to Jack Thompson, number 27. He's holding down third base. So Medford moving through their lineup as we go to the 5-hole batter. But owner of the Osprey, Matt Ellis, on the committee for bringing in the Northwest Regional Tournament. He worked really hard, him and Paul Sopko. Former pitch on the way. This one's going to be hit. Shortstop will pick it up on the bounce. The throw to second. Can he make the turn to first? It is turned to first, but the runner is in time. We'll have out number 2 on the fielder's choice with runners at first and third.
The catcher, number 20, Justin Geyer.
And then we go to Justin Geyer, the catcher, number 20. So 2 down. Runners at first and third. And the catcher, Garner, will step in front of the plate to signal the field on where the out is. 2 down, 2 on. opening frame of the 2018 Northwest Regional Tournament. Medford Mustangs hosting Saela Pepsi Pack. Pitch on the way. This one's going to be down the third baseline, foul for strike one. And I see some young individuals, looks like a daycare or a school, somebody coming in to enjoy the game. That's one of the reasons why Sopco and Ellis wanted to bring the Northwest Regional Tournament here. Is Missoula is a great baseball community, and they get involved. Missoula gets involved with events like this. Here's the pitch, and we'll have ball one. Justin Geyer in the box with John Gassman in the on-deck circle. This one's going to be bounced out. Shortstop's got it on the hop. The throw to first this time is on schedule, and that's the side. So Medford loads two on, leaves them there, and we go to the top of the second, scoreless. So you're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the top of the second inning, scoreless between the Medford Mustangs and Saela Pepsi Pack. It is Washington versus Oregon in Game 1 of the 2018 Northwest Regional Tournament. And teams settling in. They had a banquet last night for the teams, and everybody having fun, getting settled in, and really enjoying it. This is the weather compared to last year. Well, we've got the same weather, but the smoke, I should say, is quite a bit less than it was last year. Last year, as we sit in the press box, there's the river right behind the stadium here at Allegiance Field, and then across the river is one of the main thoroughfares. You couldn't see the main road across the way. We go to the bottom of the order here in the top of the second for Washington, as Carson Vick, number 15, the first baseman's in. Here's Ethan Whitney's first pitch. It is across the shoulder blades, and we'll have ball one. So Vick, Tatro, and Helgeson in the on-deck circle. In the schedule. Here's the second pitch to Vick, and he's going to swing on it. It did have contact, but regardless, it's going to be strike one. Anthony Tatro in the on-deck circle for Medford. Here's the pitch for Washington. This one's going to hop over the netting. Foul for strike two. 1-2 on the count. These teams working hard to get into the regional tournament. And we'll have out number one as a strikeout to Vick. That'll be the second one of the game for Whitney. We go to Anthony Tatro, number 6, the right fielder. He hasn't seen any action yet. Most of the hits defensively last inning were into center and to the shortstop. Here's the pitch by Whitney, and that one is inside for ball one. Brady Helgeson goes to the on-deck circle with one out, nobody on. Whitney with the pitch, and that one will slide over the plate for strike one. So 1-1 on the count to Tatro, the right fielder. Whitney with the stretch, And this one's going to be down the third base line. They say fair. Throw to first from the third baseman. First baseman didn't even have to move, and that is out number 2. So quick 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Takes us to Brady Hegelson, the 9-hole batter, number 21. He's the third baseman. Whitney with the stretch now. And will be low for ball 1. Top of the order stands on the on-deck circle for Washington with 2 outs and nobody on. The pitch. And we'll be outside on the left-handed batter to get us to 2-0. This is the second time on the count that Whitney has gotten behind. Here's the pitch. And now he found the zone as he gets strike 1. Max Cannon, our plate umpire, with the raised fist for strike 1. The pitch. And we'll go to ball 3. Running a 4-man crew for the tournament. Umpires at each one of the plates, bases. This one's going to be hit curved off the bat. Left fielder will come in. It's in the glove, and it's 1-2-3 for Washington. We go to the bottom of the second, tied at 0. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to Allegiance Field at Ogren Park. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless between Medford Mustangs and the Sela Pepsi Pack. Washington versus Oregon. And it is Oregon's turn to bat. John Gassman, number 5, the right fielder. So we'll have the 6, 7, 8 batters on the schedule with Lublin for Washington with the pitch. It'll be swung on for strike 1. Wyatt Baptiste in the on-deck circle. We'll get a swing for strike 2. 0-2 on the count. Both pitchers have been pitching very well through the segment. Here's the pitch. And we'll get ball 1. So Gassman is first at bat of the tournament. He's going to swing on this one. It'll roll out to the shortstop. Secured. Throw to first on target. And we got first out of the inning. 1 down.
Center fielder number 8, Wyatt Baptiste.
That takes us to the center fielder number 8, Wyatt Baptiste. Baptiste coming to the plate with 1 out, nobody on. Max Cannon, our plate umpire, giving the signal to get underway, and here's the pitch. Bunt showing, and it'll catch the bat for strike 1 as it follows back into the backstop. Brady Buchanan in the on-deck circle with 1 out, nobody on for Medford. Here's the 0-1 by Lublin. And it's in the dirt to even us out at 1. Second game of the day is at 1 o'clock. It will be Juneau out of Alaska and Mountain View from Idaho. Here's the pitch, and this one's into right field. It's fair. It's going to hop. Runner will reach first, and that is the second hit of the game for Oregon.
The left fielder, number 32, Brady Buchanan.
And we go to Brady Buchanan. Buchanan, number 32, is the left fielder. Here's the pitch, and it's over the plate for strike one. So 1 down, 1 on here in the bottom of the second. Medford looking to see if they can be the first one to get on the board. Pitch on the way. Runner's going to go. This one's down the first base line. First baseman, throw to the pitcher, and they'll get the runner at first on the fielder's choice.
The shortstop, number 16, Zach.
And we'll have 2 outs on the board. We go to the bottom of the order now. Number 16, Zach Ankeny, the shortstop. And we go ball 1. Here's the stretch by Lublin. This one's going to be foul back towards us. Gets us to strike 1. Even count at 1 for the shortstop. The top of the order stands in the on-deck circle with 2 outs and a runner at second. Riley Lublin staring down the batter. Checks a runner at second, and now the pitch. And we'll get ball 2. Washington with the only error on the game. Otherwise, both teams have played tight here as we get ball 3. And this is the first time that Lublin has gotten behind on the count at 3-1. He's been able to control it. Here's the pitch. And that'll get us full at 3-2. Both teams with a handful of fans from either side. It's a long trek. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to bounce over the pitcher's head. Shortstop will pick it up. The gun to first is off target. That means the runner from third is on his way home, and Oregon will score the first run of the game off of an error by Washington. And that takes us to the top of the order to Joe Johnson. So 2 outs. And they're going to consider that a hit and not an error for Oregon. The pitch. Swung on. This one's got a lot of air underneath it. It's popped up down the right field line. In the glove, and that's a side. So Oregon strikes blood first. They'll put a run up on the board. They'll leave one up, and we go to the top of the third. 1-0 Oregon. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we head to the top of the 3rd inning where Oregon leads Washington 1-0. 2018 Northwest Regional Tournament. And for Washington, it's the top of the order, Trace Townsend. Ethan Whitney on the bump. Here's the pitch by Whitney, and this one's going to be fouled down the third base line to get a strike 1. And they did mark that as an error towards Washington in that last inning. I figured that the shortstop was going to get an error off that one, but we wait for the official scoring. This one's going to be popped out into center field. Center fielder is back there on the run. It's in the glove, and the first batter of the inning is gone. That takes us to Jack Vanderbrake, the shortstop, number 5. And Medford has been able to put out the first batter on the inning in all 3 innings. Whitney has pitched well. He's struck out 2, has hit 1, but hasn't allowed any runs off of 2 hits. Here's the Whitney pitch. And that's going to slide over the plate for strike 1. Devin Garner in the on-deck circle for the Pack. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's down the first base line. First baseman will pick it up, and the race is won by the first baseman to first. That's out number 2. That takes us to Devin Garner, the catcher. Gardner to settle in. Whitney now with the stretch. Swung on. This one's over the shortstop's head, and for the second time, or second at bat in a row, Gardner will find himself on. He's 2 for 2. We go to Spencer Bailey now, number 10. So Bailey to settle in. Runner at first. 2 outs. Whitney for the Mustangs with the stretch on the bump. And we're high for ball 1. So we have our first run of the game earned, or run of the tournament earned by the Mustangs. Here's the 1-0. And that one will be ball 2. Tanner Klein in the on-deck circle with 1 on and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Runner's going to go at first. It's nope, he came back. And we get ball 3. Top of the 3rd. Throw to first on the pickoff. Here's the pitch. And that'll be strike 1. So 3-1 on the count now to the left fielder in Bailey with Tanner Klein in the on-deck circle. Washington now searching for their first run of the game. This one's going to be hit right at the pitcher. Second baseman will pick it up on the dirt, the step on the bag, and that is the side. So no runs, nobody left on, and we go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Oregon over Washington. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton, Coleman Caton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Coleman, our camera operator for the tournament, and has been the camera operator for the entire season. Has done a phenomenal job giving our fans and our viewers something to watch. We go to the bottom of the third where Medford leads Saela 1-0, and it is Breen Watts, the second baseman, number 3, to lead off for Medford. It's the 2-3-4 batters on the inning. As we get ready to go here, Riley Leblin with the first pitch, and it'll be outside for ball 1. Jacob Melton in the on-deck circle for the Mustangs. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be high, foul down the first base line, and we go even at 1. Breen reached his first at-bat off of an error, a bunt down the first base line. That would be the first error of the tournament. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one rolls to the third baseman. He'll pick it up on the fringe. The throw to first is on target, and we have out number 1. That takes us to number 25, Jacob Melton, the designated hitter. Both teams with a DH in today's game. Melton warming up. He's the 3-hole batter. And settles back in. First pitch is going to be high and into right field. It's down the gap, and the right fielder will find it. Gets it on the dive, and that is out number 2. Great job on the diving catch by Anthony Tatro of Washington. And we've got 2 outs on the board.
Number 27, Jack Thompson.
Here at Allegiance Field, it's 287 down the third base line with a triple-story wall. Here's the pitch, and that one will come inside on Jack Thompson for ball 1. The gap is 409 as we get ball 2. The gap down right field. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled off to get strike 1. Down the third base line, it's 309 with another triple-story wall. Goes to 398 to the gap in left field. Here's the pitch. And we'll have 3-1 on the count to the third baseman. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. And that will walk the batter. First walk of the game for either side. Puts a runner at first. And that'll take us to Justin Geyer, the catcher. So Geyer to settle in. Runner at first with 2 outs. Thompson there off the walk. Here's the pitch, and we'll have ball 1. Geyer would be the final out of the first inning off a grounder to the shortstop. Here's the pitch, and we'll have ball 2. So Lublin behind at the 2-0. The pitch. And we'll go 3-0. That will cause a conference with the catcher and the pitcher on the bump. Devin Garner going out to check in on Lublin. Had a special treat last week at the Montana A Legion State Tournament as the Miles Community College in Miles City, their manager came on and did a couple of games. That was pretty special to have Jeff Brabant on there. A lot of baseball knowledge in that gentleman's head as the pitch will slide over the plate to get a strike 1. So 3-1 on the count. Runner at first with 2 outs. And John Gassman in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch to Geyer. And the batter will be walked. Back-to-back walks, puts runners at first and second. With 2 outs. We go to John Gassman, number 5, the right fielder. And this will cause a visit by the Washington manager. Washington managered by Mike Archer. He'll come out and converse with Whitney. Folks, if you're looking to make a trip, a little vacation, maybe just a mini getaway, you need to get yourself a flight or a hotel. Well, you can get a hold of our friends at Grand Slam Travel. Mark Richardson at Grand Slam Travel has been in the business, working with teams, working with individuals and companies, booking airlines, hotel rooms, and just about anything else that you need when you're on the go. You can find Grand Slam Travel on Facebook at Grand Slam Travel. Grand Slam Travel, a proud sponsor of the Missoula Prep Sports Network. So 2 outs, runners at first and second. And John Gassman, his first pitch of the inning, comes over the plate for strike 1. So the conference with Archer and Lublin successful at the point where we do have a strike pitch, the first one thrown to Gassman. Gassman, first out of the second inning with a grounder to the shortstop. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be popped backwards, and we'll go to strike 2. Wyatt Baptiste in the on-deck circle with 2 out and 2 on.
Return foul balls to the press box.
Lublin now with the pitch. That one's going to be fouled off. Keeps the batter alive at 0-2. Bottom of the third with 2 outs. Riley Lublin with 47 pitches unofficially. Our plate umpire, Cannon, points to Lublin, and now he'll have the stretch. And we'll have ball 1. Runners at first and second take their lead. Here's the pitch, and we'll go even at 2. First game of the 2018 Northwest Regional Tournament, hosted by the Missoula Mavericks in conjunction with Missoula Baseball Association, in the home of the Missoula Osprey. This one straight up in the air. It's back and deep into left field. Left fielder's back at the warning track. It's in the glove, and that's a side. So Medford will put 2 on, but they hang him up there. We go to the top of the 4th. Oregon 1, Washington 0. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Garden of Reading has a large stock of books, gifts, music, toys, and more. Stop into Sacred Grounds for their full-service coffee bar featuring Missoula's best gourmet coffee. While you're there, pick up a pound of Garden of Reading's award-winning fudge and get a half pound for free. Garden of Reading is Missoula's home for the best dietary supplement, Define 8. Garden of Reading is located at 2621 Brook Street. Garden of Reading is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we head to the top of the 4th inning where Medford leads Saela 1-0 on the big scoreboard in left field. For Washington, it's the middle of the order, 5, 6, 7 batters with Tanner Klein to lead off the inning. Ethan Whitney with the first pitch of the inning, and it'll slide over the plate for strike 1. Peyton Andrus. So the winner of this game will move on, as this one's fouled off to get us to strike 2. They'll move on and face the winner of the 4 o'clock game tomorrow at 4. The loser will swing up to the 10 a.m. tomorrow morning and see the loser of the 4 o'clock game today. Here's the 0-2 by Whitney. And we'll have ball 1. Tanner Klein, designated hitter, not biting on the outside pitch. Peyton Andrus in the on-deck circle for Washington. They're trying to get their bats heated up, but Whitney has done a good job of being the stalemate. 2-2 on the count. Leadoff batter, top of 4 on a 7-inning game. Here's the pitch, and this one's fouled off, and the batter will stay alive at 2-2. Hard to believe we're already at the Northwest Regional Tournament. I don't know what happened to July. July just flew right by. I do streaming for the Missoula Mavericks, and they were on the road quite a bit in July. This one's going to be hit into center field. It's a line drive. Center fielder takes a step, puts it in the glove, and that's out number 1. So 4 times Washington has been at the plate to start an inning, and 4 times Medford has taken down the leadoff batter. We go to Peyton Andrus, number 20, the center fielder now. One out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to roll to right field, and that puts a runner on for Washington with 1 out. And we go to Carson Vick. The first baseman, number 15. So Vick to settle into the box with 1 out, 1 on. Washington looking to go to work here. In the 4th, they're down 1-0. Here's the pitch by Whitney, and it will be over the plate for strike 1. Anthony Tatro in the on-deck circle with 1 out and 1 on for Washington. Washington and Oregon on the docket for game 1, and we'll be over the plate, and catcher trying to jump out of the stirrups for the run, throw down the first base line. Justin Geyer, but not able to get a good hook on the ball. 0-2 on the count, 1 out. Throw to first on the pickoff. Runner gets back in time. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to be just hopped right over and into the seating area to the right of us as one of the Pepsi Pack parents dove forward. And the batter stays alive at 0-2. Carson Vick. He was struck out for the first out in the second inning. Throw back to first. I just came off a tour of state tournaments for Montana, AA, last weekend, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. As this one's reached for the second baseman, the toss to second, the throw down the first base line, but not in time, and the runner will reach off the fielder's choice.
Number 6, Anthony Tatro.
So we go to Anthony Tatro, the right fielder. And that's going to bring out the coach, and he's going to come out. Not quite sure if that was directed towards a second baseman or if that was to Chris Aldinger, our second base umpire, but Mike Archer coming out and going right to second base. Not quite sure what that was all about. Maybe checking in on his second baseman. So with 2 outs and a runner at first, Tatro will settle in. He would be grounded out at third. This one's going to be off the grips, high down the third base line. Third baseman comes in. It's in the glove, and that's the side. So Washington will get one on, but they can't do anything with it. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Oregon. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, where it's the bottom of the order for Oregon. Wyatt Baptiste, the center fielder, number 8, at the plate. Riley Lublin on the bump for Washington. Here's the first pitch of the inning, and we'll have ball 1. Both teams letting their pitchers stand tall. Here's the tricky part about Legion baseball. When you get to tournament time, as we have the pitch inside to go to ball 2, what sets you apart from the rest of the field is your pitching staff. This one's going to be hit into the gap. The left fielder will go to a knee, and that will put a runner on to lead off the inning for Oregon. So now we go to Brady Buchanan, the left fielder. Buchanan looks down the third base line. Archer The manager for the Mustangs is the first base coach, so he's calling signals from over there. Here's the pitch. Bunt laid down. It's a high popper. Pitcher comes in, puts it in the glove, and that's 1 out. That is not how a bunt is supposed to go. So with 1 down and 1 on, we go to the bottom of the order. Number 16, Zach Enke. He would settle in, and Lublin now with the stretch. And we'll be high for ball 1. Ankeny reached off an error, his last out bat. Grounder to the second baseman, not able to get the glove on it. So now we have the 1-0 by Lublin. This one's going to be inside for ball 2. Looks like the group of young individuals that were down the third base line are now sitting in the general admission in the shade. This one's reached for. It's popped up and will be fouled to get a strike 1. Ankeny, bottom of the order, looks down the first base line, gets a signal, and steps in. Runner at first steps away from the bag. Lublin with the pitch, and we'll have ball 3. We've already had a visit from Archer. Manager for runner at first is going to go. This one's popped up over second base. It's in the glove, and that is out number 2. I apologize. Paul White is the manager for Medford, and he stands at first. So the pop out takes us to out number 2. And we go to the top of the order in Joe Johnson. Johnson to settle in with 2 outs and a 1 on. Runner at first is Baptiste, and the first pitch will be across the belly for ball 1. For Johnson, he's 1 for 2. Line drive into center field to get him on to lead the game off, and then popped out to right field, his last at bat to finish the second inning. Runner to second, there's nobody there. Just in time is the shortstop to get the ball there, and Baptiste will get the base. Pitch thrown was a ball. So we go 2-0 to Johnson, or 1-1 on the count. Okay. Pitch low, and now we have ball 2. Lublin now steps off the rubber, puts his right foot back on, and leans in to get the pitch. Johnson settling in, left-handed batter, waits for the pitch, and he's going to swing on this one. Second base will come up and get it on the fringe. The throw to first is on target, and that's the side. So Oregon will get one on. They'll leave him there, and we go to the top of the 4th, where Oregon leads Washington 1-0. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf
Welcome back to Allegiance Field at Ogren Park. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we're in the first game of the 2018 Northwest Regional American Legion Baseball Tournament. Winner moves on to the Summer Classic for these young men, the series in Carolina. Bottom of the order for Washington, Brady Hegelson, number 21, the third baseman. So it's 9-1-2 on the schedule on the inning. Washington looking for their first run of the game. They've been able to put runners on, but have not been able to bring them home. Here is Ethan Whitney's first pitch in the inning, and it is outside for ball one. Whitney has pitched a good game here in the top of the fifth. He's at 51 pitches. He struck out 2, hasn't allowed any runs off of 4 hits, as the low pitch will get us to ball 2. Has hit 1. That was in the opening inning, and has not walked any. 2-0 on the count. Leadoff batter, top of 5. Here's the Whitney pitch, and we'll get ball 3. Max Cannon behind the plate, our plate umpire. Eric Holden at first base, Chris Aldinger at second, and our UIC, Leo Curiel, over at third as the pitch slides over the plate to get us to strike 1. So 3-1 on the count to the 9-hole batter. And we'll get a full count at 3-2. Hegelson would finish out the second inning with a pop out to left field. With no outs and the leadoff batter, he wants to get on. Here's the pitch. He's going to hit this one to the second base, the shortstop. The throw to first is on target, and that is out number 1. Swings us to the top of the order to Trace Townsend, and the Mustangs have done a good job of putting out the leadoff batter on the inning. Townsend now settles in 0 for 2. Here's the pitch, and that one will ride over the plate for strike 1. Townsend 0 for 2. Had a bunt to the pitcher his first at-bat, and then fly out to center field his last. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and this one's going to be hit hard into the grassy area down the third base line to get us to strike 2. Jack Vanderbrake in the on-deck circle. Ethan Whitney, as time is called. Next game is at 1 o'clock. It is between Alaska and Idaho, Juneau Post 25 and Mountain View. Here's the pitch, and we'll have ball 1. So 1-2 on the count to the second baseman in Townsend. Tomorrow we'll have 4 games. Friday will be whittled down to 6 teams, so we'll have 3 games. This one's going to be hit line drive down the left field line, and Washington will put a runner on at first as the brakes come on for Townsend, and that's the first time he has been on today. Smartly hit line drive down the third base line into left. And we go to Jack Vanderbrake. 1 out, 1 on. So Vanderbrake settles in. Whitney with the stretch. And we'll have strike 1. Whitney has just been, I've been impressed with Whitney. I know I've talked about him quite a bit. And these are the top pitchers for each team on either side. As I was mentioning before, get to this part of the tournament, or when you get to tournament time, you've got to have your pitching staff dialed in, and to make it all the way through, you need to have 4 or 5 good pitchers. With the pitching rules changing, 105 pitches total, got to have 4 days rest, as this one's going to be bounced out. Shortstop will pick it up. The throw to second for the out. Down the line to first will not be in time, And the fielder's choice will put us at out number 2.
Number 14, Devin Garner.
So with 2 outs, we go to Devin Gardner, the catcher, number 14. Gardner, 2 for 2. He's the hottest batter right now for Washington. Here's the Whitney pitch, and it will be inside on the right-handed batter for ball 1. So we down to 6 on Friday. That'll give us 3 games at 1, 4, and 7. Saturday, we'll be down to 4 teams. We'll be 4 and 7 as this one rolls into right field. Runner at first is around the corner at second. He trips and falls. He's got to get back up. And Washington will have runners at first and second as our second base umpire checks on the runner.
Number 10, Spencer Bailey.
So that takes us to Spencer Bailey with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Bailey hanging out in left field. Washington looking to capitalize. Townsend at second. And the pitch is outside on the right-handed batter for ball 1. Townsend Vanderbrake at second. Townsend was the out at second for out number 2 on the fielder's choice. Here's the 1-0. And we'll have ball 2. For Bailey, his first at-bat was a hit by pitch, and then he would be the final out of the 3rd inning with a grounder to the second baseman. This brings out Paul White of the Mustangs, manager, to check in with his pitcher. And it's a quick conference. Umpire Cannon having a moment with Bailey. So we go 2-0 on the count with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Medford looking to keep it tight here as they have a 1-0 lead in the top of the 5th. The Pepsi Pack, though, looking to see if they can change that. This one's going to be popped right back, and we'll have strike 1 on the count now. 2-1 on the count to the left fielder with Tanner Klein in the on-deck circle. For Washington, Sela looking to get their first run of the game with 2 outs and a runner at second. The pitch is on its way. This one's down the line to the third baseman. He'll step on the bag, and that's the side. So Washington puts them on, but they leave one on, and we go to the bottom of the 5th with Oregon holding on 1-0. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Some changes in life are too painful to go through alone, and Cunningham Law can help in making difficult decisions from divorce to child custody. Kyle Cunningham focuses solely on family law. Cunningham Law will help you land on your feet when big changes come to your family and life. Visit www.familylawmontana.com or give Kyle a call at 406-203-4678 today. Cunningham Law Services. You don't have to go through this alone. Cunningham Law is a proud sponsor of the Northwest Regional Tournament.
Welcome to the bottom of the 5th inning. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network, joined by our infamous cameraman, Coleman Caton, bringing you those dazzling shots throughout the tournament. As we have Medford, Oregon at the plate. They lead 1-0 over Saela Pepsi Pack representing Washington. And we have the 2-3-4 batter scheduled with number 3, Brennan Watts, the second baseman, to lead off the inning. Gorgeous day here in Missoula, Montana. A little bit of a haze from smoke, but this smoke is from fires outside of Montana. Here's the pitch, and Lublin's first pitch, Riley Lublin, will be fouled off for strike 1. Breen Watts, the second baseman, he reached off an error. His first at bat, it was a bunt down the first base line. And then a ground out to the third baseman, his last at bat for the first out of the third inning. Here's the 0-2, and this one's going to be blasted off foul to keep him alive. Jacob Melton in the on-deck circle with Jack Thompson in the hole. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to roll to the shortstop. Picked up in the dirt. The throw to first is on target, and that is out. Number 1. Takes us to Jacob Melton, number 25, the designated hitter. And we've got a new pitcher warming up for Medford, number 6, Joe Johnson. Not sure if that is going to be a change to start the 6th or if just getting him ready as the first pitch to Melton will be upstairs for ball 1. Second pitch will be outside on the left-handed batter for ball 2, so 2-0 on the count. 1 out, nobody on for the Mustangs. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and it fouls back into the concessions down the third base line, and we'll have strike 1. Melton 0 for 3. Fly out to left and a fly out to right field, to the right field gap as we get ball 3. Lublin starting to slow down a little bit. Here's the pitch. And that'll be swung on to get us full at 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off, keeps the batter alive at 3-2. Jack Thompson stands in the on-deck circle with 1 out and nobody on. Second batter of the inning for Medford. The pitch. Swung on. This one is popped up down the third base line. Left fielder's trying to go for it, and it is in the bullpen, out of play. Both the left fielder and the third baseman trying to get through it, but with the bullpen there and the bench there, they slowed up, and we stay with the 3-2 count. The pitch. Swung on, and they're going to say pass ball. Catcher will pick it up. The throw to first is there. They're going to say safe as the first baseman didn't have his toe on the bag. So with 1 out, Medford will have a runner at first off the pass ball.
Number 27, Jack Thompson.
And we go to Jack Thompson, the third baseman. Carson Vick, the first baseman, did a great job to stretch out there, but sometimes it's tough. This one's going to kiss the third base line. It is fair. Rolls deep in the corner. Medford with a runner around second. He'll slide into third, and the stand-up double will put runners at second and third for Oregon with 1 out.
Number 20, Justin Geyer.
So that takes us to Justin Geyer. with 1 out and runners at second and third. Geyer steps in, was walked his last at bat as Coach White gives him a little instruction before he steps to the plate. 1 out. Medford looking to pad their 1-0 lead. Here's the Lublin pitch, and it's swung on for strike one. That was a dirty pitch. Batter wasn't quite sure and had already committed to the swing, so followed through. Time is called by the batter. So Justin Geyer, 0 for 1 with a walk. He was walked his last at bat. He'd be the second walk of the third inning. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to foul right back at us. Gets us to strike two, and getting a little jumpy here at Ogren Park at Allegiance Field, or Allegiance Field at Ogren Park. Joe Johnson in the bullpen for Medford. This one's going to roll to the shortstop. He'll pick it up, and that loads the bases up. Trying to go for the fielder's choice. Shortstop didn't have anybody at second to throw to. And Oregon, with 1 out, loads the bases up. And we go to the right fielder, number 5, John Gassman. Riley Lublin with the stretch, and it'll slide over the plate for strike one to Gassman. Gassman, 0 for 2. He would be the final out in the third inning, and the first out in the second inning. Grounder to short in the second, a pop out down the left field line. His last at bat. This one's reached for. It's going to find the hole in center. That'll bring runner home from third and keeps the bases loaded, and Oregon takes a 2-0 lead over Washington. And we come to Wyatt Baptiste with 1 out and loaded bases. Baptiste, 2 for 2, a line drive into right, a line drive into left. He would be the first run earned. And the first pitch will be a ball to Baptiste. Baptiste would earn the run off the error in the second inning when Ankeny reached off first. This one's fouled off down the first base line. Gets us 1-1 on the count. Loaded bases here in the bottom of the fifth. Oregon adding a run to take a 2-run lead over Washington. Looking to add more. Swung on for strike two. Riley Lublin trying to get another out on the board. And it looks like Juneau is in the building. It's either Juneau or Mountain View, but they got the dark blue of Juneau on their jerseys. Here's the pitch, swung on. And it did have contact, so they're going to say, nope, strikeout for out number 2. And that'll be the first strikeout of the game for Lublin. So 2 down with loaded bases. Looks like Johnson is done in the pen. And the first pitch to Brady Buchanan is over the plate for strike one. Washington trying to hold it to just 1 run earned here in the 5th, as we have an even count at 1. Zach Ankeny in the on-deck circle. 2 outs and loaded bases. Buchanan 0 for 2. Had a pop-out bunt to the pitcher, his last at-bat, and a grounder down the first base line. Pitch slides over the plate. Gets a strike 2. So Lublin getting back into the count here. These pitchers have had a long season, folks, and, well, this isn't the first time that he's been in this situation, I can just about guarantee. So he knows how to work it. As we get a foul tip. Keeps the batter alive at 1-2. That's more than likely why we haven't seen a visit here by Archer out to Lublin. Just for the simple fact that he knows his pitcher has been here, knows what his pitcher needs to, he knows his pitcher knows what to do, if that makes sense. Here's the 0-2. Check swing and no commitment, and we'll get an even count at 2. So the left fielder trying to hold on and get runs off the bases for Medford. Here's Lublin with the stretch. And we get a foul tip to keep us alive at 2-2. Lublin with the pitch. Swung on. This one's high and down the third base line. Is it playable? It is just out of play as the third baseman runs hard into the concrete barrier down the third base line in the bullpen. We'll stay at 2-2. Leo Curiel checking on him. It's a hard hit there. There's concrete at the base and then a iron bar at the top of that wall. Buchanan settles back in. And I would say that's Alaska, as one of their coaches is up here taking pictures of the game. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and the side is over on a strikeout. So Oregon earns a run. They leave 3 on, and we go to the top of the 6th, 2-0 Oregon over Washington. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you checked out the Garden of Eden video of the week at MPSN406.com? Do you have a sweet video of your sports athlete? Did you experience a sports-altering moment or something at a sporting event that wowed the crowd? Go to our homepage at www.mpsn406.com and click on the Contact Us tab at the bottom of the homepage and email us the video. Yours just might go viral. NPSN.com, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton, Coleman Caton at Allegiance Field at Ogren Park in Missoula, Montana for the 2018 Northwest Regional Tournament. And at the plate, it is Washington. They're down 2-0 to Oregon. And it looks like we do have a new pitcher in the pen for Washington down the first base line. Tanner Klein, the designated hitter, number 7, will start off the inning for Washington. It's their 5, 6, 7 batters on the inning. Ethan Whitney still on the bump, but we did see Joe Johnson in the pen while Medford was batting. And this one's going to be sent into the gap. It's high, it's deep, and it is at the track. Runners around first, on his way to second as the throw is made, and Washington will have their first leadoff hit of the game. By Klein. That'll take us to the center fielder, number 20, Peyton Andreas. Andreas settles in, and they have number 18. Medford has number 18, Ricky Bortz, now warming up in the pen. Can't see the number on the Washington pitcher as the first pitch is inside for ball 1 to Andreas. Andreas, 1 for 2. Grounder into right, reaching last at bat, and he would be the end of the first inning with a grounder to the pitcher. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to bounce out. Shortstop on the run, picks it up on the bounce. The throw to first is on target, as our first base umpire punches him out for out number 1, and we move to Carson Vick with 1 out and a runner at third. So Washington in position to possibly put their first run on the board. Carson Vick settles in, and the first pitch will be over the plate by Whitney for strike 1. Looks like number 4 down the first base line. Spencer Frola, as there's a swing for strike 2. Anthony Tatro in the on-deck circle with 1 out and a runner at third. Oregon leads Washington 2-0. Here's the pitch, swung on, and it's going to foul backwards. Keeps the batter alive at 0-2. Carson, 0 for 2. Reached off a fielder's choice his last at bat, and then was struck out as the first out of the second inning. Here's the pitch. This one's going to bounce over the pitcher's head. He can't get a glove on it. It's going to roll. There's no throw to first. The runner from third scores, and Washington is on the board, 1-0.
Number 6, Anthony Tatro.
And we go to Anthony Tatro. And it looks like .74 pitches total. And it looks like our first baseman wants a new glove. That's Joe Johnson. He was in the pen while Medford was at bat the last time. Both teams with a DH. With 1 out. There's a runner at first, and Washington with their first run of the game, making it 2-1 Oregon. Here's the throw to first. Whitney now leans in, and they've got Jacob Melton out there in the bullpen. This one's down the first base line. It'll stay fair, and the runner will run back towards first. The sack bunt, though, or towards the home plate. The sack bunt, though, does its job as the runner advances to second. With 2 outs, we go to the bottom of the order for Washington. Brady Hegelson, the third baseman. Runner at second, steps away, and now Whitney steps off the rubber. Here's the pitch. And we'll have ball 1 to the third baseman. Eggleston 0 for 2. Pop out to left field to finish out the second inning, and a grounder to the shortstop to be the first out of the 5th inning. Throw to first, and no, they're going to say safe. At first, our second base umpire, Chris Aldinger, said out, but the second baseman did not hold on to the ball, so they'll leave him there. Here's the 1-0, and we'll get ball 2. So Whitney here in the top of the 6th, 77 pitches in. And the bullpen down the third base line is empty. Here's the throw to second, and this time runner will be back standing up safe. Geyer settles in behind the plate, gets the pitch, and relays it to Whitney. Eggleston now settled in the box, and a 2-0 count. And we'll get strike 1. Max Cannon, our plate umpire, with the raised hand for the strike call. Next game coming up in an hour and 20 minutes. Alaska, as we'll be outside to go 3-1. Alaska and Idaho. Juneau, post 25, and Mountain View. 4 o'clock game, we'll have Hawaii and the Montana champion, Billings Royals, as we get a full count on the strike pitch. And at 80 pitches, White is going to come out, and there's the ball. So we're going to have a new pitcher with 3-2 on the count. We'll step aside while Johnson warms up. 2-1 Oregon over Washington. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN as a fresh pitcher is on the bump. The first baseman, Joe Johnson, now stands on the hill for Medford. The designated hitter, Jacob Milton, now at first base. So the DH is gone. First baseman is at the bump. And Brady Hegelson stands in the box for Washington. 3-2 on the count. 2 outs and a runner at second. Washington earning their first run of the game here in the top of the 6th inning. So Johnson now ready for his pitch, first pitch of the game. And the batter will be walked. That's a tough situation to come into, folks. 3-2 on the count. Puts runners at first and second. The walk will be charged to Johnson, though. That's the bummer deal of it. And we go to Trace Townsend, the second baseman. Excuse me, with 2 outs. First pitch to Townsend will be inside for ball 1. Here's the pitch. And that'll be over the plate to even us out at 1. For Townsend, 1 for 3. Line drive into left field, getting him on in the last inning. Otherwise, a fly out and a bunt to the pitcher. Here's the pitch. And we'll have ball 2. 2-1 on the count. Jack Vanderbrake in the on-deck circle. Here's the Johnson pitch. And this will be fouled off to get us even at 2 on the count. Sela with 1 run earned here in the bottom or top of the 6th. Down 2-1 to Medford Mustangs. Joe Johnson now leans in and the pitch. This one's going to be hit into center field. Center fielder tracks it down. It's in the glove, and that is a side. So Washington, they earn a run. They leave 2, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 Oregon. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Well, welcome back to MPSN as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning where Oregon leads Washington 2-1 on the big black scoreboard in center field. Leading off for Medford is their shortstop, number 16, Zach Ankeny. Here's the Riley Lublin pitch, and it'll be in the dirt for ball 1. Ankeny, bottom of the order, 0 for 2. Reached off an error his first at bat in the 2nd inning, as we get an even count at 1. For the Pepsi pack, we did see Spencer Frola. This was going to be to the third baseman. He can't put a glove on it. It's going to roll into left field, and Medford will be in business with a hit to start the inning.
Number 6, Joe Johnson.
So now we go to Joe Johnson, and Archer wants pitch count. 95 total pitches for Lublin. So we might see that change here fairly soon. That takes us to Devin Garner, the catcher, number 14. Garner settles in with 1 on and no outs. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to slide over the plate for strike 1. Now for Garner, he is the most accomplished batter for Medford. He is 3 for 3. He'll let that one go by to even us out on 1 on the ball pitch. Spencer Bailey in the on-deck circle with no outs and a runner at first. This one's going to be foul down the first base line, and it gets us strike 2. So Garner battling, see if he can get himself on for the 4th time. Washington looking for the first out of the inning. Garner now ready for the Lublin pitch. Lublin with the stretch. And this one's going to be down the first base line. They say foul. And the batter will stay alive at 1-2. Max Cannon coming in last second to call it off. Juneau in the batting cages down the third base line. The batting cages here at Allegiance Field are between the stadium and the river. It's a gorgeous little setup. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to roll to the shortstop. He'll get it in the dirt. Can't pick it up, and the runner will reach off the air. And that's 3 now for Washington. And we move to number 3. Bryn Watts. And the first pitch will be fouled off for strike 1. So I had the wrong side. I apologize, folks. So Watts settling in with no outs and runners at first and second. Bunt laid down, third base line. It'll be picked up by the third baseman. The throw to first is on target. And the sac bunt does its job as runners stand at second and third with 1 out on the board. So with 1 out and runners at second and third, that takes us to Jacob Melton, who is now the first baseman. And time is called as Archer will make his way out to the mound. And with 101 pitches, I would assume that we're going to see a change on the mound. There's the ball handed over, and that will bring in the new batter. So we'll step aside with runners at second and third and 1 out on the board. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to new pitcher on the mound and Spencer Frula for Washington. So Lublin is done. We'll have his numbers here in just a moment. Here is the first pitch, and this one's going to be sent into center field. Center fielder is back there. It's in the glove. Runner at second or third will tag. The throw is home, but not on target. Runner from second will move to third, and Oregon will strap a run on, making it 3-1 with 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 27, Jack Thompson.
So now we go to Jack Thompson. We get ball 2 now to the first baseman in Thompson. Thompson is 1 for 2, a double down the third base line, his last at bat. Here's the pitch, and we'll get ball 3. And batter will be walked to put runners at first and third for Medford now with 2 outs.
Number 20, Justin Geyer.
So Geyer, Justin Geyer to come to the plate, the catcher. First pitch will be over the plate for strike 1 to Geyer. Runners at first and third with 2 outs for Oregon. They've earned a run here to take a 3-1 lead over Washington. This one is out to center field in the glove, and that's a side. So Oregon earns 1, they leave 2. We go to the top of the 7th where it is all or nothing for Washington. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you checked out the Garden of Eden video of the week at MPSN406.com? Do you have a sweet video of your sports athlete? Did you experience a sports-altering moment or something at a sporting event that wowed the crowd? Go to our homepage at www.mpsn406.com and click on the Contact Us tab at the bottom of the homepage and email us the video. Yours just might go viral. NPSN.com. Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Top of the 7th inning for the first game of the 2018 Northwest Regional American Legion Baseball Tournament. And it is the 2-3-4 batters for Washington. Top of 7, they're down to Oregon 3-1, so it is up to Jack Vanderbrake, Devin Garner, and Spencer Bailey to get something going here for Washington. Joe Johnson on the bump. For Medford. Next game is at 1 o'clock, folks. Alaska versus Idaho. Here's the pitch, and that'll be over the plate for strike 1. Oregon wanting to get through 3 batters and out of here. Here's the pitch. And we'll have a ball. So Devin Gardner in the on-deck circle for Washington. This one's going to be hit right at the pitcher. It's going to roll into center field, and Washington will have a runner to start the inning off.
Number 14, Devin Garner.
That'll take us to Devin Garner, the catcher, number 14. So 1 on for Washington. Looking to go to work. Top of 7, they're down 3-1. Here's the pitch by Johnson, and it'll float in for ball 1. Johnson, I think he was keeping an eye on the runner at first because he took a triple take over there before he did throw the pitch. This one's going to be swung on, does have contact, and we'll go even at 1 to the catcher. Spencer Bailey in the on-deck circle, with 1 on and no outs. Washington earned their first run of the game in the last half inning. Max Cannon stands in front of the plate. A little word to the Medford catcher. And now the point to the mound. Johnson, left-handed pitcher, keeping an eye on the runner at first. And they'll throw over there, and the runner dives back in. So 1 o'clock is Washington and Idaho. 4 o'clock is Hawaii and the the Montana champion, Billings Royals, and then the host Missoula Mavericks will take on Cheyenne. This one's going to be foul back, and we'll have strike 2. So that's your lineup for today on all of the remaining 3 games. 1-2 on the count, says Cannon. Points to the mound. Runner at first steps away. And the pitch. Swung on, and Johnson will have a strikeout for the first out of the inning. Struck him out swinging. We go to Spencer Bailey now, the left fielder, number 10. So 1 out, 1 on. Top of 7. Johnson with the nod, checks the runner at first. He's kept a pretty tight eye on that runner at first base. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be swung on. It's line drive down the field, and it'll be foul on the first base line for strike 1. 0-1 on the count, 1 out, 1 on. Washington trying to hold on. They're down 3-1 to Oregon. Here's the pitch. Swung on. The pitcher will pick it up. The throw to second for the fielder's choice. Down the line to first, but not in time. 2 down on the board.
Number 7, Tanner Klein.
So that'll move us to Tanner Klein, the designated hitter, with 2 outs and a runner at first. Klein settling in. Runner at first. Takes a step away from the bag, and now Johnson will step off the rubber. Left-handed pitcher now, settling back in. Winner of this game moves on. They'll play the winner of the 4 o'clock game between Hawaii and the Billings Royals of Montana. First pitch is over the plate for strike 1. Tanner Klein, 1 for 3. Earned a run his last at bat. The only run. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's got a curve into left field. It's going to hop in front of the left fielder, and with 2 outs, Washington will have runners at first and second now.
Number 20, Peyton Andreas.
And we go to Peyton Andreas, the center fielder. And it looks like Archer wants a conversation with the umpire. That's the manager for Washington. And we're probably going to have a pinch runner come in. We will. So
Your 10 plays for Washington, running for Klein. Number 4, Spencer Frola.
So Spencer Frola will come in and run for Klein. And now the first pitch to Andreas. Ball 1. Carson Vick in the on-deck circle. Washington trying to stretch this out to earn themselves 2 runs. A tying run is at first. 2 outs on the board. The pitch slides over the plate to give us an even count. For Andreas, he's 1 for 3. Was the final out in the first inning with a grounder. Did reach his second at bat with a grounder to right field, and then was the first out in the 5th inning. This one's to the first baseman. Between the first baseman's legs, they say fair. Runners on all bases now off of the error, and that's the first Oregon error of the day. And that takes us to Carson Vick. Loaded bases with 2 outs. As Carson Vick comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Did reach off of a fielder's choice, his second at bat. A grounder to the second baseman put him on board his last at bat, and now we've got action in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. This one's swung on for strike 1. And that's Ricky Bortz in the bullpen down the third base line. Here's the Johnson pitch. Swung on. This one's going to get past the first baseman. Can't pick it up. That'll bring runners around from third and second. We are tied at 3 off the error by Oregon. That's back-to-back errors. And with 2 outs, we have a conference on the mound with Bort still warming up. Coach Paul White taking a moment out there with Johnson with 2 outs. We are tied at 3, top of 7. Plate umpire Cannon now on his way out. To speak with his group on the mound, now breaks up the conference. We go to Anthony Tatro now with a runner at third and 2 outs, tied at 3. Next game is scheduled for 1. We might be looking at bonus baseball here at the top of the 7th. Here's the Johnson pitch, and that's going to be over the plate for strike 1. For Tatro, he's 0 for 3, a sac bunt his last at bat. Runners on the corners for Washington. Here's Johnson with the pitch. And we'll be even at 1 off the ball. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle for Washington. And we'll have ball 2. And it looks like Bortz is done in the pen. Here's the pitch by Johnson. Swung on. This one's foul down the third base line. Everybody took a deep breath. And we go 2-2 on the count. Runner at first. Like a rocket around. It looks like Idaho in bright orange is in right field waiting for their turn in the batting cages. Game moved along fairly quickly, and then we got to the 6th inning and started to slow down a little bit. Here's the 2-2. And we'll be full at 3-2 now. Anthony Tatro at the plate for Washington. Looking to see if he can find a single into the gap to bring home his friend at third. Johnson now with the nod. And the pitch. Swung on. This one's over the shortstop's head. He can't get to it. Runner from third is home, and the Pepsi Pack have taken a 4-3 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. And they keep runners on the corners with 2 outs. We go to the bottom of the order now for Washington, and here comes Coach White with Bortz out of the dugout, and that's the end for Johnson. So we'll step aside as the new pitcher warms up. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN, top of the 7th inning, where Washington has taken a 4-3 lead over Oregon. 2 outs on the board, and Ricky Bortz on the bump for Medford to try to get through the rest of the inning. There's runners at first and third for Washington with 2 outs. Next game is at 1. It is Alaska and Idaho. And it is Brady Hegelson, the third baseman for Washington, at the plate. So Ricky Bortz looking to shut the door. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside for ball 1. That one came out of the grip. Heated. Trace Townsend in the on-deck circle for Washington. Here's the pitch, and we'll have strike 1, even on the count. Hegelson 0 for 2 with a walk. He would be the first batter that Johnson would face with a 3-2 count, and first pitch was a ball, and we go 1-2 now to the third baseman. And Dylan Marsh in the pen now for Medford as we go even on the count at 2. So Washington looking to do what they can to hold off these Pepsi Pack. Swung on, and the side. So Washington with 3 runs, they leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 7th, where Oregon will try to swing back. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the bottom of the 7th, where Oregon finds themselves behind for the first time on the day, opening game of the 2018 Northwest Regional Tournament. And we've got a good one as Oregon looking to swing back. They're down 4-3. Bottom of the 7th, it's all or nothing. Bottom of the order, 6, 7, 8 batters. John Gassman, number 5, the right fielder, to lead off for Medford. It is Spencer Frola on the bump for Washington, and the first pitch comes in as a ball. Swung on to even us out at 1. Now for Gassman, he is 1 for 3, singled with an RBI his last at bat. Other than that, over. Here's the pitch, swung on, and this one will foul back. Gets us to 1-2 on the count. Winner moves on, and we'll play the winner of the 4 o'clock game between Alaska and Montana. Billings Royals, the state champions for Montana. Missoula Mavericks, they are the host team. They will have the 7 o'clock game against Cheyenne. And the first out of the inning will be swung on for a strikeout. Wyatt Baptiste. Here's the pitch, and we'll have ball 1. Wyatt Baptiste, 2 for 3, struck out his last at bat. 1 out, nobody on, and we'll go 2-0 on the count to Baptiste. Brady Buchanan in the on-deck circle. Swung on. This one's going to roll to the shortstop. It's picked up into the dirt. The throw to first is on target, and they say safe. Runner got there first. Medford will have a runner on board with 1 out. And that will be the first hit of the game allowed. And we've got number
37, Dylan Marsh.
So Dylan Marsh to come in and bat. This one's going to be banged down the third base line. It's fair, they say. Runner will advance, and Washington will have an error scored towards them.
Number 16, Zach Ankman.
And that takes us to Zach Ankman. And they're going to mark that as a hit and not an error. So we'll give that credit to Oregon. So with 1 out, runners at first and second. Bottom of the order, Zach Ankerman is in, and the first pitch will be over the plate for strike 1. The scoreboard starting to get to that point in the day where the sun is beating down on it. Here's the pitch, and we'll be even at 1 on the count. For Ankeny, he is 1 for 3. Reached off an error his first at bat, and then a grounder to left his last at bat to get himself on. Here's the pitch, and it's over the plate for strike 2. Washington fans starting to get into it now. 1 out, runners at first and second. Frola looking to close the door as we go even at 2 on the count. top of the order, stands in the on-deck circle for Medford. 1 out, runners at first and second. Bottom of 7, Washington leads 4-3. Here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt. Runner's going to go, throw to third, and the tag, and 2 down now as the leadoff runner is punched out at third. Pitch thrown was a ball to get us at a full count at 3-2. So 2 down now here in the bottom of the 7th. Washington looking to hold on after they swung back in the top of the 7th to take a 4-3 lead. The pitch, runner's going to go, swung on. This one's popped up in the air. Second baseman says he's got it. Shortstop calls him off, and that's the game. So Washington gets the win over Oregon, 4-3. 2 hours, 12:25. I apologize. 12:25. So that is just 2 hours and about 17 minutes on the game. So Washington with the win, 4-3. They would get their 4 runs off 11 hits, 3 errors, and 9 left on. For Oregon, it would be 3 runs off of 9 hits, 2 errors, and 12 would be left on. So the next game will be at 1 o'clock. Roughly. Washington moves on in the winner's side. Thank you for listening to American Legion Baseball. We'll be back at 1 o'clock for the next game.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.